What? No.
Ryan spotted the fish. As you may know it, a giant trevally, a GT. Here in Hawaii, the alua, a big, mean, beautiful fish that will wreck your entire world. On my trip to Hawaii, I had two goals: to shoot an elusive dream fish of mine and to freedive over 100 feet deep. I wanted to take the art of freediving, something I've truly fallen in love with over the years, and take the steps to cross the threshold of rookie to someone who is now proficient underwater. For the next 17 days, I was given a masterclass by world-renowned spearfisherman and freediver Ryan Myers. He has won some of the biggest spearfishing competitions in the entire world. His best dive is 260 foot deep with an incredible breath hold of over 6 minutes. Ryan promised me that my goals of my elusive dream fish and the 100-foot dive were so obtainable, I just didn't even realize it yet. For the next 17 days, he would give me 10 years of spearfishing and freediving experience. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where the journey begins. Day one was an easy mission, going after a fish called a kole, which is a sacred fish of Hawaii. It's also one of the easier fish that people teach their kids how to go after. It was Ryan's version of showing me the art of hunting in Hawaii. You lay on the ground, you don't swim after the fish, and you wait for them to come to you. Now back home, I have green, murky water. 30 foot is like my max comfort dive. Here, we have 80 to 100 foot of beautiful blue visible water. And 30 foot here is, well, it's like the shallow end of the pool. After a successful kole mission and feeling like I had a long road ahead of me, the next day we worked lines, which is where you practice solely on your free diving down a line with perfect technique. On this day, Ryan was in search of correcting all of my bad diving habits, which turns out I have a lot of those, and putting me in a position to be able to accomplish my goals underwater. About 3 years ago, I completed my personal best free dive during a freediving class. It was 68 foot. Since then, I've never come close to that number again. The closest I've ever reached to that in the past 3 years is about 40 foot, and I was rushing to the surface feeling like I couldn't breathe. However, with the first day of lines, Ryan had gotten me to 73 foot underwater. It was not only the mental confidence he gave me to believe in myself, but it was also the strategy, technique, and the calming of my heart to be able to get underwater. With my newfound confidence and new personal best of 73 foot, Ryan decided it was time for a spear mission. We would use all the freediving techniques we learned while focusing on freediving and apply those to spearfishing. I was now able to drop down, lay on the bottom, and hunt comfortably in about 40 foot of water, where I shot a very smart fish named a moana kali. On that very same day, I had expressed to Ryan that I really wanted to shoot a roy, or a peacock grouper here in Hawaii. They're evasive, they're poisonous, but they are incredibly beautiful. Ryan ended up finding one, however, it was 70 foot down underwater in a cave. Now mind you, the day before, I had just hit my personal best dive of 73 feet, which did not mean I was able to hunt in 70 foot. It just meant I could get to the bottom and go back up. But Ryan believed in me, he gave me a confidence boost. He said, "You can do this. Go get that fish." As I continued with my confidence and slight progression, it seemed as if the island was just starting to give us gifts. We saw whales jumping in the distance. We ran into the most beautiful manta ray underwater during the day, which is super rare. And then last but not least, we had a giant pod of dolphins come in and interact with us while we were freediving on the line. With catch and cook after catch and cook after treasure video and treasure video, we were using all of the skills we had learned in the previous days while freediving down, holding my breath, staying at the bottom, continuing to use the patterns and technique Ryan had taught me. I started to really develop and understand how to not only hunt proficiently, but how to freedive and get down. While there was so much progression and so many great things happening, including getting to shoot an incredibly smart fish called the parrotfish, the amount of time I had left on the island was quickly dwindling, which means we still had to get past 100 foot and we still had to run across my dream fish, let alone dive down and be able to shoot it. The number to beat was my new best dive of 73 foot. Now, mind you, on all of the missions, I could now comfortably hunt in 40, 45, 50 foot of water. I had even dove down to 70 foot and speared a fish. But I had not crossed the threshold of 73 foot yet. And Ryan told me, Brandon, you gotta get some rest. We'll take the day off tomorrow, just relax, get your body comfortable. And every single night after diving, I would just talk to myself and like give myself like affirmations of like, you could do this. You're starting to really cross thresholds here. You're really starting to take the steps. I'm starting to feel comfortable. And one thing I credit Ryan so much for is he gave me so much confidence in myself because he truly believed in me. He was talking to me as if I had already crossed the finish line, while in my head, I was still at the beginning of the race. And he would always talk to me and encourage me and just gave me so much power in my own self-belief that the next day we went out to free dive on the line. And Ryan, I remember the text, he said, "How you feeling?" And I texted him back and I said, "I'm feeling like a 100-foot free diver today." And we went out on that line and I was in the mental space where I knew I could do it. I just haven't done it yet. But I was going to surpass 100 foot that day. I was gonna get there. I just hadn't swam there yet.
It's a big moment. I'm about to look over at this thing. It's a big moment. No! That looks good, bro. 102! 102, bro. I'll take it. I'll take it, man.
You look good, too. Easy, nice, relax.
Yeah.
No worries. Heck yeah.
Dude, it feels so good just falling, bro.
Oh. Isn't that crazy? Is that not crazy? 104 foot, and the only thing that stopped me was my mask. That's the only thing that stopped me. My mask stopped me. There's a lot of explanation if you don't know about freediving, but as you go down, the air compresses. As I was going down, I would feel pressure in my lungs, and I would ask Ryan, what is that? And it's my lungs tightening up because there's not as much air, which means I didn't have enough air to clear my ears. And then your mask would start to suck to your face and you had to blow a little air into your mask. But my mask was too big, even though it was designed for freediving. It wasn't designed for this serious of freediving. I left the water that day with a new personal best of 104 foot, 3 consecutive 100-foot dives. And the only thing that stopped me from continuing was my mask was too big and my eyes were about to pop out of my head because of it. But I left the water with a new personal best and a awesome battle scar of tiny little red dots all around my eyes and a couple little vessels in my eye that I'd busted. Completely painless, but it did look pretty funny. While this beautiful little success story could stop here, that is not the case when you're with Ryan Myers. One thing I've learned about Ryan is he is always willing to take it to the next level. His mentality is you have to go places and do things that other people aren't willing to do. Whether that's hiking miles in a wetsuit or swimming literal miles to get to a reef that has not been touched by spear fishermen. If he cannot outspear you, which he can, he'll also outwork you. After every single day in a wetsuit, after miles and miles of swimming, after hundreds of freedive drops and many fish speared, it was finally time to put all the pieces together to fulfill my one last dream.
What? No.
Ryan spotted the fish. As you may know it, a giant trevally, a GT. Here in Hawaii, the Alua. A big, nasty, mean, beautiful fish that will wreck your entire world. It was at the end of our dive, one of the roughest days, the highest current. The odds were all against me. My heart rate was up, I was out of breath, I was swimming into the current, going after a species that I knew if I messed this up, it could be very dangerous. I could get wrapped up in line. This thing is the most powerful fish I've ever shot. This is the biggest fish I've ever went after. I breathed up as best as I could. I dropped down. I failed.
That's not what I said.
I know, I can't catch my breath.
Catch your breath. Wait until he goes into the hole.
Okay.
And then you dive.
Okay.
And by the time you get to the bottom, he'll be coming around the corner.
Okay.
I breathed up as best as I could. I dropped down. I failed again. And at this point, this was the last shot I probably had at this fish. I breathed up. I got my heart rate nice and slow. I was fighting against the current, but real easy to maintain that low heartbeat. I dropped down with the gun, and then there was magic.
Yes! Woo! Wow! Let's get out of here! Woo!
Yeah.
What a stud! Woo! Bro, that was a real fish! Can you believe that? No! Woo! No, I can't. Oh. I don't know what to say, dude. We did it! We freaking did it! It's so freaking heavy. I got big fish over the shoulder. We gotta climb a freaking mountain. I don't know if I want to shoot big fish anymore. Is that your biggest fish? That's my biggest fish by far.
We did it! We freaking did it, Ryan! Oh my gosh, my dream fish, man. We made it happen. It was such a sick battle. The dude weighs like 60 something pounds. He's just freaking giant, dude. Oh my God. One heck of a fight. Absolutely, absolutely unreal fish here. And this is one I've always wanted. And now I can cross this off my bucket list. Thank you so much, Ryan. This is insane. So here we are, present day, 17 days later from my first day landing on this big, beautiful rock in the middle of the ocean. I completed all of my goals for this trip. It was probably one of the most efficient, successful trips I have ever taken in my YouTube career ever. It was a giant risk for myself and for Ryan. He took me in with his family into his house for 17 days. We didn't know each other. We knew of each other. And I knew that he was incredible at what he does. And he knew that he could give me the opportunity to make my dreams a reality. So for that, Ryan, I say thank you so, so much. As most of you know, I always do something very symbolic at the end of my trips, especially when they have a lifelong effect on me. I have my big fins that I use on all of my trips. They go every single place with me. And I love to look down and get reminded of all the things that we have done, all the things that we have accomplished. And Ryan Myers himself has an incredible sticker. This is gonna go on my fins and it's gonna live there forever until I retire the fins, or maybe this gets all scratched up. But it will continue to go on with me. Ryan, I am so thankful for all of the lessons and all of the confidence you have given me, not only just underwater, but just in life in general. It taught me so much more than you really know, and I truly do appreciate that. So, gonna go off script here a little bit, but I just feel like I can't leave this island without being truly open and honest with you. Normally I'd say go check out my merch, it's linked in the description, or make sure to subscribe or like the video. But if you have enjoyed any of the Hawaii series, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to the link in the description to Ryan Myers Expeditions channel. Ryan has given me the opportunity to take all of this knowledge with me forever, and I really want you guys to give him an opportunity to live his dreams to the fullest. So if you could do me a favor and go subscribe and support Ryan Myers in any way that you can. Not only would he truly appreciate that, but you guys, you behind that screen, have the potential to change someone's life who's been able to change mine. I'll leave the decision up to you, but with that being said, it's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the entire Hawaii series, and as always, we'll catch you guys on the next adventure. Peace out. Normally I say catch you on the next adventure, but I think this time I say we f***ing did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we f***ing did it. Peace out.